मैं हाँ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਪਣੀ Brampton North ਤੋਂ Ontario Liberal candidate Harinder Malli. ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੀ campaign ਦੀ kick off ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ at 50 Sunny Meadow Boulevard, and I am so thankful for the overwhelming support that we've seen here today. Community ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧ ਕੇ ਹੰਗਾਰਾ ਭਰਿਆ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ। ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆਏ ਆ, ਇਹੀ ਉਮੀਦ ਰੱਖਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਥ ਦਿਓਗੇ। ਮੇਰੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਰਹੂਗੀ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਹਰ ਡੋਰ ਤੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮਿਲਾਂ ਤੇ we can have a conversation. ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਫਿਸ ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ again 50 Sunny Meadow Boulevard ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਸਰਨ ਹੋਵੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। Thank you again. I look forward to serving as your MPP in an Ontario Liberal government that's committed to affordability, healthcare, and public education at its best for our future and an active style of living for our seniors. We want to make sure that our seniors have the care that they need in their homes. Everybody is able to live with dignity. We are committed to economic dignity and increasing the minimum wage to $16.61, and after that doing consults on a living wage. Most importantly, it's $16.61 is not enough. We need to know what a living wage is. We want to make sure that everybody can live with dignity and have the economic dignity and pride that they deserve. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you at your door. I am your Ontario Liberal candidate for Brampton North, and when you want to talk a little bit about my profile, I've had the opportunity to serve this community as a school board trustee for wards 9 and 10 in the city of Brampton. From there, I was the MPP for Brampton Springdale. I also served as the minister responsible for the status of women in Ontario. For the last 2.5 years, I've worked with a local not-for-profit organization in a senior leadership role, and I also had the opportunity to go back to school and complete my MBA. I have an educational background in government and policy, as well as a master's in business administration. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ 3 ਕੀ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ, ਸਾਰੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ ਲਈ ਇਹੀ ਕੀ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਨੇ। ਪਹਿਲਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਿਲਿਟੀ, ਦੂਸਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਤੇ ਤੀਸਰਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਿਸਟਮ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਕਸ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਆ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੱਟਸ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਫੋਕਸ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਆ। We need to continue to invest in our future, which is our children. We need to continue to invest in healthcare and our seniors because they deserve to age with dignity. They have worked so hard to get us where we are today, and now is the time to invest back into our seniors. And of course, our healthcare system. We've seen during the pandemic how important it is to have a healthy and vibrant healthcare system where people can be served. So those and affordability. We've seen the cost of living has gone up, and that's why our government, if elected, our party is committed to a minimum wage of $16.61 plus more consultation into a living wage. We are investing in home care for our seniors so that they can age at home with dignity, and we will continue to make education investments in our public education system. That is key because our youth are our future, and we want to give them the best possible foundation to become a part of our communities and a part of our society.
ਤੇ ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡੋਰ ਨੌਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜਨਰਲ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਉਹੀ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੀ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਨੇ? ਹਾਂਜੀ,
I think general public ਤੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹੀ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ। Everybody is concerned about affordability. Everybody is concerned about education. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੈ, ਪੈਂਡੈਮਿਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੈ, ਬੱਚੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਤੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਣਾ, ਕਿਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ। Their actual growth, their learning has been stunned for the last little while. It's been a totally different environment. We want to make sure that they can make up that time that they've almost lost because it's been really difficult. The transition has been difficult. It's impacted their development, and these are issues that are important to people, to everyday families.
And you mentioned about increasing the wage rates, I guess, to 16. So don't you think that will add to the spiral of inflation? Shouldn't we bring down the prices rather than increasing the wage rates?
I think it's important that we invest. People need to be able to afford to live. We need to be above the poverty line, and we will work with small business to control the inflation and support small business as well. We don't want this to be a one environment. We will support all sides of the spectrum to enhance the economy, to rebuild our economy, because after the pandemic, that is what we need to do. We need to invest in small business. We need to invest in our people, and this is the only way to do it.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Whether it be eye care, whether it be dental care, these are the things that are important to us. They are a cornerstone. Our healthcare and our education are what makes this province what it is today. So when we talk about education, we're committed to investing back in our schools. We saw through the pandemic how difficult it was for families with young children. One day you were home, one day you were in school. We have large classroom sizes. We've sent our kids back into those classrooms, and that's not fair. And that's why we are committed to continuous investment in our school system, in our schools, and in our children, because they are our future. And most of all, I see a lot of community members standing here today and I see a lot of seniors who have provided their blessings and been here with us. The most important thing here is that we treat our seniors with dignity, that we allow them to age with dignity. They have built this province up, and now it's our time to give back to them. And that's why Stephen Del Duca talked about the next part of our platform, where we will allow our seniors and support our seniors to be able to age with dignity in their homes through home care and home care supports. So there will be that's probably going to be one of the largest investments we make in our province in our fully costed budget. It's going to talk about seniors care and being able to age at home, because I know how important it is for all of you to stay in your homes as you age and be able to have access to your friends, your family, and be in your comfort zone. These are key investments for us, key parts of our platform, but we can only win this. We have every opportunity to win this. We have every opportunity to make this happen. We will paint this province red. I need all of you. We have 33 days left today in this campaign. Phone calls that you can make them from home, signs that you can put up, flyers that you can deliver, doors that you can knock on. Every minute counts. Every call counts. Every voter counts. And most of all, reaching out to your own networks is the most important thing. Reach out to your networks. Talk about why this election is important to you and why you're here today and why you're here to support me. I am a grassroots politician. I have always worked from the bottom up. I want to be connected with my residents. I want to connect with each and every one of you. That's my commitment to all of you as we go into this. And hopefully on June the 2nd are celebrating, as I want to commit that I will always be there to listen to you, to listen to your concerns, and to advocate for you. That has been my commitment. A little bit about myself. I was first elected as the school board trustee, as Sammy said, and that taught me a lot. That taught me how important every resident was. Because at the school board, there's no stuff, there's nothing else. They hand you a laptop and they say go. And you learn very, very quickly, especially on the first day of school when somebody's bus doesn't get there, and you have about 5 lines ringing, how to talk to every single individual resident. And that is where I built my foundation. From there, I had the opportunity to be elected as the MPP for Brampton North, and also as the cabinet minister responsible for women's issues. 50% of our workforce is made up of women. We have committed once again to pay equity, to providing women with equal opportunities, because that is what is important to me. Women should have every equal opportunity that men have to be able to be a part of the workforce. And if we're going to hold them back, that's not fair. So there's 50% well, not 50% today, but we're almost there. We almost have 50% women here, which when I started my first campaign wasn't the case. So thank you, ladies, for all being here today. This is what is important to the Liberal government. For the last 2.5 years, for those of you who don't know, service is something I'm passionate about. I've worked right here in our community in the not-for-profit sector, serving our most vulnerable. Because this is what I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy building a better community, and that is why I went to the not-for-profit sector. I also had the opportunity in the last 4 years to complete my MBA, so that I'm in a better position to advocate for you, to serve you, and to be your voice at Queen's Park. Once again, I want to say
from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for everything. I look forward to your support, and I look forward to being your next MPP from Brampton North on June the 2nd.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to see all of your faces here today. So many familiar faces. And it's so exciting to be launching the campaign officially here today. I think many of you know that my campaign was here just a few months ago, and my office is up here as well. So we need your support. I think you heard from Harinder very well that sorry, I thought I was getting signals here, that we have a mission here on the ground. We know that things have become more difficult under the Doug Ford government. There's a lot of games and a lot of tricks that are being played, and some people realize them, some people don't. But at the federal level, we've had major issues. We've been trying to help provide during the pandemic for all of you, but money has been getting withheld. It's getting held back. It happened to our schools. It happened for COVID relief, for equipment, and it happened for daycare as well. A lot of games were played, you know. We know that Canadians need support of their government, and they need governments that will work together at the federal and at the provincial level. And so that is why I'm here to ask all of you to get out the vote. We don't have a lot of days to knock on doors, to donate if you can, to support Harinder Malli, because we know that she is the best candidate for Brampton North. And we also know, and we've seen, that when we don't have a representative that is, like she said, willing to work at the grassroots, you don't get that support you need. You don't get a meeting when you need it with your MPP about local issues, and we know healthcare is such a huge issue in the community, and you need to be able to speak to your local member, and there's been a lot of difficulties with that in the last several years. So let's bring Harinder back. Let's make sure we have a strong voice at the provincial level in Brampton North, and let's get our running shoes on and get knocking some doors today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruby. Ruby said it so perfectly. Look, withholding funding, transfers from a federal level down to a provincial level, that's no good. So that's something that Ford has been doing consistently. I'd like to invite my next guest, who is the MP of Brampton Centre, Shafkat Ali, to say a few words. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, Sat Sri Akal. As you know, my name is Shafkat Ali. It's an honor and pleasure to be here to support my friend Harinder Malli. She's a great candidate, and she's a great advocate of the community. She has done a great work while she was in the legislature, and we need to send her back. We don't have much time left. We need to get going. We need to knock on the doors. We need to put the lawn sign. We need to make phone calls. It is a very close election, and we have a chance to send Harinder Malli as an MPP in legislature. So let's get to work and let's campaign for her. Let's do the hard work. At this point, the only thing matter is working hard, going out, knocking doors, and helping Harinder Malli to send her in legislature. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shafkat. The next guest I'm going to introduce was first elected in 1993. He served as an MP of Brampton, as a champion of Brampton till 2011. None other than Gurbaksh Singh Malli. Please come on here and share a few words.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank each and everyone for coming to attend this campaign opening. Everybody knows that, especially in the year, we need your support for this election, which is going to be held on 2nd of June. Everybody can contribute. There are so many ways. You can go door to door, you can put flyers, you can put signs, and you can phone the people. That's very important to win the election. Because when we look around from the last 4 years, the PC government didn't do much for the for the people. So I request each and every one of you, spare your time and do some volunteer work. That's very important. Again, I don't want to take too much of your time. I would like to all the people who are here, especially Ruby Sohota, she's a member of parliament from this area. Mr. Ali, he is a member of parliament from Brampton Center, and some other people came like Maninder Sidhu, he was here, MP from Brampton East. Everybody, I would like to thank each and every one of you, and I am quite sure with your support, we can win this election, Brampton North, for the provincial election for sure. That's only can happen if you work hard. Only this time is not long campaign, only 32 days. So please come when you have a time, or if you don't have a time, you can call the people from home. That's very important. Thank you. All the senior clubs and all the things.
Thank you so much, Gurbaksh. On behalf of Harinder Mully, I would like to thank the media outlets. I'd like to thank those individuals that are fasting today, and I'd like to thank all our candidates on a provincial end for joining us. Once again, Harinder really appreciates everything that has been happening today and everybody that's attending. So thank you very much. Give yourselves a round of applause, and thank you very much.